So if we turn from the labor budget into the manufacturing overhead budget, we can see that the overhead is applied on the basis of direct labor hours. The variable manufacturing overhead rate is $20 per direct labor hour. The fixed overhead rate is $50,000 per month, which includes $20,000 of non-cash costs. That's depreciation of plant assets. So now let's play our game. As we can see, the budgeted direct labor hours, we get that from the previous budget. We can see is 1,300, 2,300, and 1,450. This is not the amount we pay them on direct labor wages. This is the direct labor hours. So when we looked at the first number, we paid them for 1,500 hours, even though they only worked 1,450. In this case, we are not going to overpay for overhead. When we shut the plant down, we don't pay for wages on janitors, or we don't have electrical expenses and so on. So the expenses actually go down to the actual hours worked, not for hours that weren't worked that we agreed to in a labor contract to pay. So in this case, our direct labor budget is 1,300 hours, 2,300 and 1,450, and the variable overhead rate is $20 per hour. So 1,300 times 20 is 26,000 in the variable overhead rate. You can see all the numbers just fall in place with that. And then our fixed overhead rate is straightforward. It's 50,000, and we can get our total manufacturing overhead costs of the variable plus the fixed is the total. That should be relatively obvious. And then we can look at that as the total manufacturing overhead for the quarter is 251, and the total amount of hours used was 5,050. So the 5,050 at the top, the 1,300, 2,300, and 1,450 adds to 5,050 hours, and the amount of our overhead cost was 251,000. So the amount per hour, the amount of overhead cost per hour is $49.70, rounded off a little bit, but $49.70 is an important number as we go forward. We'll want to remember that number. So $49.70 is our total overhead per hour. Beyond that, you can see that depreciation is also put in there as a non-cash cost, 20,000 each of the quarters for depreciation on the assets. And so we have a cash disbursement of less than the 76, 96, and 79, but we actually have a cash disbursement of 56,000, 76,000, and 59,000 for a total cash disbursement of 191,000, which is going to hit our cash flow statement, which is why we did this calculation. So our manufacturing overhead budget is complete, and we can move forward to the next one.